Well, good morning and welcome to our Employee of the Month reboot. It's been 1 year since our last ceremony, and we're excited to get this program back on track. Starting this month, we're implementing one change to the program to better recognize our essential operation workers who comprise of 50% of our total staffing. We've increased the number of operations honorees from 2 to 3. That said, we're here today to honor employees for the month of January who have demonstrated extraordinary performance, commitment, and accomplishment. Our first operations employee of the month in January goes to Carlo Manchi. Carlo is an electrician assigned to Bronx shops. Carlo's responsibilities includes the installation, repair, and maintenance of electrical systems, fixtures, HVAC, pumps, motors, and more. Carlo is truly an expert in his field and the go-to employee for any electrical emergency. As of January, Carlo completed over 3,600 work orders since 2010, a remarkable feat. On a daily basis, Carlo is dispatched to solve complex electrical problems that include heating outages, ejector pumps, and other systems vital to borough operations. He always makes himself available, especially in times of emergencies, and Carlo will surely be missed as he nears his retirement with over 35 years under his belt. In addition to being a skilled electrician, Carlo is an athlete. His sports of choice include basketball, bocce, boxing, and golf. What an interesting collection of sports you chose there, Carlo. In fact, Carlo was a Golden Glove boxing champion competing in professional matches.
Your license set, boom. Okay.
Someone have to mute. He has instilled his love of sports in his two daughters, who have excelled in gymnastics, basketball, and soccer. For his outstanding service and dedication to parks, Carlo was nominated by Supervisor of Trades, Steve Yanelatos, with support from Borough Commissioner Iris Rodriguez-Rosa, Deputy Commissioner Mark Folk, and First Deputy Commissioner Liam Kavanaugh. Congratulations to you, Carlo, and we'll now give you a chance to say a few words after the Commissioner hands you your certificate.
I'd like to thank everyone for this award. I'm totally surprised by it. I was caught off guard, and obviously I work with great employees that help me, and we're a good team here. And I just want to thank everyone for this, and I'm touched by it. And I feel old. 35 years. It went fast. And I didn't know it was that much. You don't realize what you do over that time. And, you're making me feel good. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Well, again, congratulations. So our second operations employee of the month of January is Tom Weir. Tom is the supervisor of mechanics for Reynolds Island and Cunningham garages. In his current role, Tom oversees all aspects of automotive repair in his assigned facilities. This includes not only repairs, but training, supply inventory, and general management of garages. Tom's wealth of experience makes him a valued asset to his division and a hands-on supervisor with his staff. Tom is good-natured, often quick with a joke, and a leader amongst his team. He has a strong work ethic and builds a tight rapport with both his staff and the many parkies who have come to him for their vehicle equipment needs. Tom is a keen observer and a good reader of people and their capabilities. As such, he is a natural for knowing who to pair up with based on each individual's skill sets, interests, and personalities. The results have proven successful and contribute to the quality repair and positive morale. This was particularly important as COVID leaves occasionally left him short-staffed. Tom took interest in all things mechanical at a young age. To learn how things worked, he would break them down and build them back up again. Today, he and his wife Dawn live with their son, daughter, and grandson. They share a home with his mother-in-law, for whom he built an apartment as part of their house in Long Island. For his commitment to providing safe transportation for all parties, Tom was nominated by Deputy Chief Brian O'Quan, with support from Chief Paris Apollon, Deputy Commissioner Mark Folk, and First Deputy Commissioner Liam Kavanaugh. Tom, congratulations to you.
I just want to say thank you for choosing me for the Employee of the Month, and thank Paris and Brian for nominating me. I'm honored to accept this award. I worked at the parks for 18 years and have enjoyed every moment. I'm grateful to my superiors to give me recognition for all my hard work. I would like to express my gratitude towards my team for all their hard work. Without their excellent performance, I would not be here receiving this award. Thank you again, and I will continue to strive as a supervisor of mechanics. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Tom. So our third Operation Employee of the Month for January is Jillian Navion. Jillian is the communications liaison for FHN, Forestry, Horticulture, and Natural Resources. Jillian's key responsibility is to answer questions from the public and allay the fears of New Yorkers who are anxious about the state of their trees. Jillian also covers FOIL, Comptroller and Law Department requests, tracks and records press coverage, and provides crucial assistance during storm response. When the mayor announced changes to DOT's sidewalk violation policy and parks committed to repairing 5,500 backlog sites by the summer of 2022, Jillian stepped up to the plate. Due to her efforts, the agency provided excellent customer service during the challenging operational transition that impacted thousands of constituents. During Tropical Storm Isaias, Jillian was called upon to do extensive data management support during a time of great uncertainty with our programs and in the world at large. Jillian continues to strive for excellent customer service, transparency, and maintaining a professional and empathetic demeanor. Jillian instills a sterling professionalism and openness with those she corresponds with every day. Her value is human empathy, and honest connection is commendable, and her being an asset to the agency. In her private life, Jillian is an advocate for climate change action and local farming. She is an excellent cook and is a member of the Chefs Consortium. Jillian also practices aerial silks, a type of performance in which one or more artists perform aerial acrobatics while hanging from fabric. For her commitment and drive, Jillian was nominated by her supervisor, Charles Cochran, and Chief Karen Murphy, and support from Assistant Commissioner Jennifer Greenfeld, Deputy Commissioner Mark Folk, and First Deputy Commissioner Liam Kavanaugh. Congratulations to you, Jillian.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Silver, and all of the other commissioners that are on today. I'm really touched, and I really want to thank my supervisors, Assistant Commissioner Jennifer Greenfeld, Charles Cochran, and Karen Murphy. Their leadership inspires me every day to be the best version of myself in so many ways. They foster a team culture of understanding, patience, creativity, and most importantly, kindness. Over the past 3 years, I've always felt supported, validated, and am forever grateful for their mentorship and guidance. Thank you so much.
Okay, congratulations to you, Jillian. And now we're going to move to the Capital Projects Employee of the Month for January, and it goes to Leslie Peoples. Leslie currently serves as Director of Landscape Architecture for the Capitol's Manhattan team. Leslie is responsible for the successful design of all projects managed by her team. Her involvement through the project cycle from pre-design through construction completion is paramount to ensure the program's success. Currently, the Manhattan portfolio includes 46 active projects with a total value exceeding $180 million. Leslie oversees a studio of more than 25 designers and ensures Manhattan receives high-quality capital designs that meet all budget schedule requirements. Leslie is a talented designer and a respected leader, and she recently stepped in for her supervisor who was out on an extended medical leave. She's endured many sleepless nights and would regularly send emails at 3 a.m. to ensure the team's program remained on track. Her pre-design involvement was front and center as she worked on a high-priority proposal to reconstruct ball fields at Colonel Charles Young Park. The project involved design visioning to convert the grass field to synthetic turf while addressing coastal resiliency guidelines and the extensive DEP and MTA infrastructure. Leslie's analysis and detailed forecast has been instrumental in determining the next steps for the site. Through COVID, Leslie's virtual coffee breaks have been a source of team building and fun with loads of activities. Planned activities have included a Halloween costume party, a Thanksgiving create your own hand turkey activity, and a holiday tree decorating activity whereby each designer created their own ornament that was then hung on the team's digital tree. On a personal note, I've got to know Leslie so well. There are times when we are stuck or I know the design needs something extra, and time after time after time, and I think there was one time she told me she just sketched this out on her coffee table. Leslie has been amazing to me. The work that her and her team are doing is outstanding. You can see the transformation from the 1980s design to what we're doing today. And Leslie, I thank you so much for your outstanding work. For her expertise and strong leadership, Leslie was nominated by team leader Desmond Spillane and Chief Meredith Griffin with the support of Deputy Commissioner Therese Braddock. Leslie, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. I really appreciate those words. Thanks for the recognition. It feels really strange to be singled out for something in this crazy year, because I really feel like everyone contributes, from our whole team to the management. It sounds like I have a lot of background noise. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
While Desmond was out, we really learned to navigate as a whole team, and while he was recuperating, it really was a challenge, but the whole team stepped up and everyone pitched in and kept projects running, so it wasn't just all me. And one thing I can really say for sure is that I always felt supported by Commissioner Braddock, Commissioner Cerrito, Meredith, and even all the other team leaders who helped me and advised me on things that I didn't know while he was out. And while I'm happy to say we made things work, I'm really happy he's back and leading us. And this year's really been horrible in so many ways, but the one thing that we really saw was that all of our work building parks and maintaining parks is so appreciated by the public, and it's really gratifying that the public realizes how important parks are to their lives. And I'm really happy to be a part of that and happy to be a part of the team. Thank you very much for the recognition.
Again, congratulations to you, Leslie. The Public Programs Employee of the Month for January is B.J. Watkins. BJ is currently the Physical Activity Programming Coordinator for Manhattan Recreation. BJ manages the implementation of the virtual programming for Shape Up NYC. In that role, she has piloted a variety of online classes for the public. Behind the scenes, she coordinates the rigorous Shape Up NYC audition process for all instructors. She has also helped to create several virtual private workshops for Shape Up NYC volunteers. These events have kept more than 150 volunteer fitness instructors engaged and motivated since the start of the pandemic. With EEO support, BJ led the Shape Up NYC team in creating a new process for volunteers to report instances of discrimination or harassment. She has also been part of the thoughtful conversations on how Shape Up NYC and parks can support BIPOC fitness professionals. BJ led recreation's efforts for Parks at Home initiative, showing a tremendous amount of creativity, vision, and flexibility. BJ collaborated with Recreation, strategic content, and media education to produce high-quality fitness videos that were featured on Parks' social media channels. BJ's hidden talent is that she can produce videos. She is also secretly a certified Zumba instructor, and she has a background in both law enforcement, nonprofit management, and is an active member of the Parks Stonewall Society. BJ lives in Brooklyn and loves cats. Let me just say, BJ is the kind of person that once you meet her for the first time, you can't forget her. I remember when we met, I was so impressed by her enthusiasm, her athleticism, her spirit, and so I am so honored that you were selected this month to be recognized. BJ, congratulations. Oh, for her dedication, resilience, BJ was nominated by Kendra Van Horn with support from Assistant Commissioner Emily Chase and Deputy Commissioner Margaret Nelson.
I hope I'm unmuted. I just wanted to say what a lovely way to start Thursday morning with so much gratitude and recognition for everybody and their contributions. Just to say a few things, I think it's really important just to stress how lovely it's been to be supported with grand ideas and reinstilling a lot of wind, inspiration, and a new sense of creativity and renewed spirit, especially in the times of COVID where people were seeking connection. It's been really important to have the flexibility within the agency to collaborate and foster new ideas. And I'm really grateful for having, Kendra Van Horn, Chief Fontana, DC Nelson, Commissioner Chase, all these individuals who've supported me in very insular creative work. And hopefully you'll be able to join us soon. I'm just incredibly grateful. I'm not used to things like this. So thank you.
Thank you. And what a beautiful setting. Kudos. This is not, so everybody knows, that is not a make-believe background. They're actually in Prospect Park. So kudos to you and the entire team. There's Paul Fontana. All right, congratulations, BJ. All right, now we're going to move to the Urban Park Service Employees of the Month for January. Go to PEP officers Helen Ramirez and Leland Stewart. Both officers are assigned to Brooklyn Bridge Park. On January 10th, officers Ramirez and Stewart were approached by a distraught park patron who couldn't find her missing children. The officers quickly sprung to action and notified Brooklyn Bridge Park's staff. Officer Stewart stayed with the mother and canvassed Piers 5 and 6, while Officer Ramirez drove north to check the other piers. After an intensive search, Officer Ramirez located the lost children who were playing with a group at Pier 2. Officer Stewart escorted the mother back to the children at Pier 2, where they were united. After a happy reunion, the mother sent a message expressing her deep gratitude to both officers. She stated, "As soon as I told them about my situation, they immediately radioed to the park staff, then made a plan and executed it quickly. I am writing to commend their good work and send my hearty thanks. The quick and decisive actions of these two officers were instrumental in reuniting these family members. For their dedication and quick response, Officers Ramirez and Stewart were nominated by Captain James Dildine with support from Assistant Commissioner Edwin Rodriguez and Deputy Commissioner Margaret Nelson. Officers Ramirez and Stewart, congratulations."
Stand up, hold up here. Thank you to both my officers. They've both newer officers. They've done an excellent job here at Brooklyn Bridge so far. And I'm just happy to have the opportunity to commend them for their hard work and effort they put in on a daily basis with Employee or Team of the Month. So congratulations. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
All right, thank you. So we're now going to move to the recipients of Beyond the Call Award for January. And the recipients will go to Associate Parks Service Workers Justin Scheidel, Roberto Medina, and City Park Worker Justin Castillo. The Beyond the Call Award is a special honor that is bestowed upon parkies who have demonstrated particularly commendable actions, often during emergency situations. The recipients of the Beyond the Call Award for January are both team members for Staten Island's Clove Lakes Garage. Last month, while working at their typical assigned tasks at the garage, Roberto, Justin S., and Justin C. were faced with an emergency situation. A special needs young man had wandered onto the garage property. This trio of parkies quickly assessed the situation and realized he needed help. They comforted the individual while contacting 911 and emergency services. While patiently waiting with him, NYPD and EMS responded and were on the scene. It was determined the lost individual was from the Bronx and was on his way home by bus to Brooklyn, but wound up at the garage in Staten Island, far from his intended destination. The quick actions of these three parkies reunited this young man safely with his mother. Miss Shindelan is here and would like to say a few words.
Thank you for keeping Not safe. I really don't know how to give you men, a proper thank you. So let me just say thank you. I don't know if you realize what you did for Gavi and our family that day, that you found him walking alone through the park. I believe it was Clove Lakes Park. I'm not from Staten Island. What I do know is that Gavi was able to escape from the area of his Brooklyn program unnoticed. He then traveled on, I don't know how many buses to end up in Staten Island. Every time I ask him, he gives me a different number. He's handsome, so he went undetected on all these buses as having special needs and being a young man who should not be riding alone. He also managed to ride all the buses without any money or Metro card. At some point, he exited and decided to take a walk through the park, again, all alone. Gavi likes to talk to construction workers and all these men doing work, and for this, I am grateful. He stopped to talk to some men, and I guess this is when they realized that he has special needs. They could have found him annoying or butting in where he doesn't belong, or they could have ignored him and minded their own business the way so many other people would have done. But it's like these men were put there by God. They must have had a conversation with him for a bit, and then, so he should remember this as a positive experience, I heard they gave him lunch. From there, they called the police so that they could return him to me and my husband. The police of the 120th precinct were also incredibly kind. It all worked out well. We all know that this could have had a very different ending. Children always go missing, and so many times they meet with evil and horrible things happen, including death. It is thanks to these men that we had a happy ending here, and Gavi came home unscathed and actually very happy. He actually learned nothing. You saved his life, and you saved ours too. He is so precious to us. We could never live our lives without him. Thank you so much for your kindness and for your quick thinking. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those kind words. So for their heroic actions, these three parkies were nominated by Chief of Staff Joseph Holmesy with support from Borough Commissioner Linda Riccadone and myself. Congratulations to all three of you.
Hi.
So one of you are going to offer some remarks.
Well, it's beyond the call. I don't really know if I believe that. Like, I appreciate it, but for us, it was another day at the garage. The garage itself, we do borough operations, and so we're generally involved in every single emergency management situation on the island. Sometimes we get dispatched out to other boroughs to assist different events. Hurricane Isaias, we were all very heavily involved, working many, many hours. So when it comes to beyond the call, I believe for us it might be almost every day. Every superstorm, every snow day, every single event, we are in and we are working. And when it comes to, I'm not sure the name you called him. I think his name is Matthew.
Michelle. Matthew Gavi.
He didn't even seem bothered by the day. He got a little upset at one point, but at a certain point, it's just talk to him and make him feel like he's a person. He needs help. He said that he didn't feel well. We got him to a place where he could feel well again, and for that, I think we should be grateful as well that we were able to assist. So I'm glad that he got home, and I'm glad that you are happy with the results of the day. So thank you.
All right, well, thank you all. Thank you so much. And yes, a very happy ending. So our final recognition goes to the Commissioner's Employee of the Month for January, and it goes to Dan Costanzas. Dan is a press officer for communications. Dan spends his days working with members of the media to share news and information about NYC parks and responds to inquiries from members of the local, national, and international press. He coordinates interviews and events for myself and prepares media advisories and press releases to share news about agency announcements. His areas of responsibility include Bronx, forestry, and Green Thumb. Dan is a great team player, always happy to help his fellow press officers and pitch in with administrative work. This year, he led the press efforts around Mulchfest. He has played a lead role in communications around storm operations and the Down Tree Task Force. Dan is also leading the filing and organizational project for press briefings and other materials. Dan has stepped up even more during COVID pandemic, supporting the team by reporting to the Arsenal daily and covering in-field engagements for his colleagues. Though he might seem laid back and quiet on the outside, Dan is a heavy metal lover and was in a heavy metal band. He's also a budding cook and loves to prepare all kinds of dishes, especially Marty Mar's recipe for lasagna with sausage. He is an avid seaman, having sailed with his family from New York to Florida, and Dan always keeps the press office entertained with his stories about past jobs, including his time working at Dave & Buster's. Dan is also a second-generation Parkie. His father worked for Queens Forestry. On a personal note, I have enjoyed Dan being here in the office. His other skill is, since I'm doing so many recordings on Zoom, we've managed to do this online Zoom, and he is both the producer and the editor. So if you see any film that I'm doing on Zoom that's pre-recorded, Dan has his fingerprints on it, both the script, producing it, and also the editing. So I really appreciate his dedication and coming to the Arsenal every day. So for his dedication and hard work, Dan was nominated by Assistant Commissioner Crystal Howard and myself. Dan, congratulations to you.
Thank you, Commissioner. You promised to embarrass me, and I am I am embarrassed, but thank you. It really is an honor. I didn't write it into my remarks, but Martin Mar's, Commissioner Mar's lasagna is certainly one of the best I've ever had, and I needed to have that recipe. So anyway, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for the introduction, Commissioner. It's my absolute honor to join you all this morning to receive this award. I'd like to start, of course, by thanking Crystal and Megan. two tremendous leaders and teachers that I have the privilege of learning from and working with every single day. It truly is a privilege to work with you both. Thank you for this recognition. While not joining us this morning, I'd also like to acknowledge and thank the rest of the press team that I work closely with, Anessa, Charisse, and Megan. As is the team-oriented nature of our division, I'm thankful to work alongside such thoughtful, diligent co-workers. The press office camaraderie is strong. I would, of course, also be remiss if I don't shout out some of the divisions I work closely with, including Commissioner Rodriguez-Rosa and the Bronx team, Commissioner Greenfeld, Karen, Ben, Charles, and the Forestry Division, as well as Bill Lasasso and Green Thumb. From removing derelict vessels in Pelham Bay Park, to our marathon of Bronx ribbon cuttings last fall, to renovating 15 community gardens in the midst of a global pandemic, it is truly a pleasure sharing the department's successes with the City of New York. And while there is never a dull moment in the press office, and as cheesy as it may sound, in my short time at Parks, I've learned that there is no task insurmountable when we work together towards our common goal, making our parks, beaches, waterfronts, gardens, and green spaces the very best they can be. It's an honor being a Parkie, and I'm so excited to continue my journey here working with you all at NYC Parks. Once again, it's truly my honor to receive this award. Thank you, Commissioner. And to take a page out of your book, I hope to see you all in the parks soon. Thank you.
Oh, well done, Dan. Thank you so much. Well, as you all know, this is our first Virtual Employees of the Month. We're going to continue doing it because the work that you do is so outstanding. We want to make sure we say thank you for what you're doing. Every New Yorker is benefiting from the work that you do. Some of you may or may not have heard me say this before, but during the pandemic, our parks have become a sanctuary of sanity. And for so many New Yorkers, it's been the only place they can go, not just for physical health, but also for mental well-being. So you're all doing very important work. New Yorkers appreciate it, and more, the entire planet is talking about the importance of parks. And here we are in New York City, making sure they remain open, clean, and safe for New Yorkers. So I'd like to thank the team behind the scenes, Juliana Stinson, Joe Harville, Joanna Rustic, Narendra Promenade, and Maria Sanchez for their hard work coordinating this morning's ceremony. I want to congratulate all the winners. Dan took my line. I hope to see you all in the park. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be safe, be well.